Welcome back to the Gimbal Builders podcast. In this episode, we're talking with JP, Chad, and Anthony, the software engineer who built the remote driving experience in upstate New York. Really glad to connect with Anthony tonight. We talk about everything from cockpit interface, different steering wheel input options, hardware integrations, streaming and video sync, and the problems with latency. Different user interface ideas, and mostly around how to build community with RC. Enjoy. There we are. Hi.
Yeah.
Good to see you, man.
Hey, good to see you too.
Thank you so much.
Like the background of the RC cars. It looks pretty dope, man.
Oh yeah, I love it, dude. This is my total. Actually, if I flip this around, is like where I work all day long. JP.
Oh, okay.
Hello. I'm just
Hey,
trying to help Chad log in. Hi, Anthony. Nice to meet you.
hey, same
How are
here,
you doing?
man. I'm
Right
doing
on.
good. Doing good. It's 11 o'clock here, but I'm still awake, so it's okay.
Night owl.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I
it's the
kind of
only time to
switched.
get stuff done, you know?
This is true. I switched back and forth a couple of times where I had phases where I'm an early bird and phases where I'm night owl. I think I'm in a phase where I'm definitely a night owl now. Um, I don't know.
With my little kids, it's like start at sunrise and just keep going all day.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
In fact, Anthony, I wanted to ask
yeah.
kids because, like, JP and Chad and I, like,
I didn't hear the question. Sorry, I didn't hear the
do you have
question.
kids?
Oh, no. I don't have any kids.
There we
Not
go.
yet. Yeah.
All right, on.
Yeah. Hopefully soon. I'm engaged, so I have a fiance, and we plan
Congratulations.
on. Thank you, thank you. So we plan on, getting married within a year, and hopefully kids after that. So
That's big stuff.
it's it's in the works. It's in the works.
All right, then. Right on.
Yeah. So you have two kids and a boy and
Yeah.
girls or
Yeah. Middle
boy and
school
girl.
age.
Nice,
So,
nice.
yeah, it's fun. A lot of growing up to do, of course.
Hmm. I can't
Yikes.
imagine. I can't. I can't imagine. I just had a new nephew actually. Um, so my brother has two, and my sister has two. I'm the I'm pretty much
Yeah.
well, no, I have other siblings that don't have children, but
You're the
they're on
fun
the second
uncle.
one.
Fun uncle
Exactly,
mode, man. That's
exactly.
a good place.
Yeah. But I always get that question. I'm like, oh, when you're gonna get the kids and stuff like that from the parents and stuff. But it's all good. It's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna
Well, it
happen.
sounds like you're having fun.
I try. I try. With the extra time I have now.
It was so much fun riding around in your yard, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago?
Oh yeah, thank you. I was glad you were able to participate. Since then, I had some other people who tried out, and
Oh, good.
it was pretty fun. Um, I you know I was trying to tweak some stuff to both ensure that I don't have to work with that pause button in the video,
Okay, sure.
and when people reconnect, there isn't any like delay or anything like that. So uh,
Brad.
yeah, so that's the plan. I think I cracked the code with the first one, but I'm trying to figure out an alternative to the video player that I have now, or to the iframe that I have now.
Hmm.
So we'll see how that goes.
The part I really find fascinating is like baked into your sort of pursuit of the hobby is like like sharing it with other people. Like you need, in a way,
Mm.
other people to to come do it. You know what I mean? Like a lot of time with my cars, I'm like, hell no, you can't drive. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you're like it's the total opposite. So
Yeah.
I just find that super interesting because it's like a different perspective.
Yeah, I get, first of all, I get that perspective too, for sure. Because I've had people break, parts. Actually,
Yeah.
nobody's broken apart when they've driven it remotely, but people have broken apart when they've driven it, in person. Like when I had other people
Yeah.
driven it in person. But yeah, I don't know. It's in the name of doing something different and fun. Oh, hey,
What's
Chad,
up, y'all?
hey,
Oh,
what's up, man?
Chad.
How's it going?
It's going
Sorry if I
good.
just crashed the meeting.
all good?
No, it's
All
all
good?
good.
Yeah,
Am I
just getting
vertical
started.
or
You are
horizontal?
vertical.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's some smart way to change that.
We'll call you Maverick until you know, bring it on the level. You've gone into the
Nice.
vertical.
Nice. Hell yeah. All right. Anthony, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up, man? Realm RC.
Oh, yeah. It's going well. Chad, is it actually, yeah, two D's in your name? That's the first
Yeah.
time I'm seeing something. Okay. It's
Yeah.
definitely
Let me
unique.
see if I can fix this up a little bit.
Are you trying to get your webcam to mount sideways?
Yeah.
There you go.
Uh,
I
Awesome.
hate it. All right. I'm going to find settings really fast.
Oh,
there you
that
go.
works.
Oh,
There you
that
go.
worked.
Yeah.
Did that fix it or no?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, let's do some intros. I mean, and JP, just what you said. Let's talk about how we got into this thing we're all doing. I love JP what you said about Anthony. Your approach is like so different, and it totally is radically different than the approach I started with. How did you get into this?
Yeah. So with regards to um, the way I just see it, or just the hobby in general, I don't know where to start.
Well, like, why are you pursuing this thing?
Mm. Yeah, so I've been a lifelong tinkerer. So when I get my hands on something, I try to figure out how it works and everything. And I like to, I guess, explore different things. So ultimately, I moved from New York City to upstate New York. I bought a house up here, and all my friends and family are in New York City for the most part. I have family in other places in the world, but I just when I moved up here, I was like, oh, let me try to do some other hobbies and stuff like that, other than because I'm inside. I told you I was an engineer and stuff like that. So I was inside for most of the day, and I used to pass by this hobby shop all the time, back and forth to the house that we are renovating. And I was like, let me stop into the hobby shop one day because it was again something I used to do with my dad as a kid, and when I was a teenager, I had airplanes, I had RC cars, and I was like, oh, let me just stop by. I stopped by and ended up buying like three cars. It was one at first, and then another one, and then another one. So I ended up with like four cars.
I was gonna say
Well,
3 cars on your first trip to the hobby store.
yeah.
This is a great story, dude.
Well, it was two within the span of probably 3 weeks, and then another two within another. That's like 2 weeks. It
Hell
was a
yeah.
lot. It's a lot.
Hot out of the gate. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But
What
I have.
cars were those? Do you still have them?
Oh yeah, so I have the Traxxas Ford Fiesta. They're all Traxxas, but the Traxxas Ford Fiesta, the VXL. I had two of those, and then I have the UDR, which I just thought was awesome. It has that realistic, movement and everything like
Heck
that.
yeah.
And then I got a crawler. So I was like, let me try my hand at crawling, and I got the it's a TR4.
Or
Is it TR4?
yeah,
Yeah, the Land Rover. So it's like with the red body and everything like that. So yeah, that kind of I was like, oh, okay, that kind of scratched my itch for the time being.
How long ago
Um,
was that?
this is earlier this year, actually.
Oh
Oh
wow.
wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. This is earlier this year.
Good time to get into it though, for sure.
and how long did
Yeah,
it take? And so you told me, so I'm like breaking the news here, but how long did it take you to do this project that resulted in you driving around in your yard?
it took a few months, only because I started off with the cars, and then I never done. I've never worked with. I never really got into the inner workings of RC cars. I used to, buy them and then just play with them and everything. But then now I just got intrigued because, I had bought a Raspberry Pi, and then I was like, let me see if I can put this on the car, and maybe connect, allow other people to connect because they're not physically here with me. Like I said, I moved up from New York City to upstate New York. I was like, oh, let me see if I could just have buddies that I have in New York City kind of control the cars while I'm controlling one in person. So that was the rough idea, and I just started digging deep into it. I looked into the functionality of the RC cars and how it works. I dug deep into that, and then I just looked into what I can do with software. And with the Raspberry Pi, with its the pins and being able to control it with Python in this case, and other technologies to stream video, et cetera, et cetera. So it's kind of how it came
Super.
about. Yeah.
When you first did your RC, you did RC Link with a Raspberry Pi and maybe over like Wi-Fi or something, or what was the first kind of dabble with it?
Yeah, so the first dabble was trying to have something on board, so I didn't have to connect to Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So I try to do. They no longer sell like the USB. Like, well, I couldn't find any because they used to sell the USB sticks where you can connect to like a 4G or 5G network, a
Oh,
cellular
right.
network. Um, and I actually got that working, but with like a little Verizon. What do you call it? I actually have it
Like a
here.
little hotspot thing, right? I think I've got one.
Yeah, mobile hotspot. Yeah, it's actually right
Yeah.
here. It's like a mobile hotspot. It's kind of like the first thing I started with. The only downside is that it's a little bit bigger and it would have to be mounted on the car, because if you get too far away from it, it'll just disconnect. So, but that actually worked. I got some zip ties. I mounted it on the back of the car, and it worked. The only thing is that the speeds on that kind of suck. So I was like,
It's
let me
because of the
avoid that.
latency, like
Yeah,
input latency.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it just kind of sucked. And it's mostly the video, like the controls of the RC car. It was reactive, but the video transmission is the issue there. So then that's why, like, let me try with the Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi is much faster, obviously with Verizon FiOS,
Yeah.
and I can broadcast the signal uh, in longer distances.
Yep. I was using a I'd built this rig for a customer that wanted
Mm-hmm.
a redundant video system. And I was like, man,
Mm-hmm.
you know what? The cheapest thing is to buy like an iPhone 8 for $100 and throw a freaking SIM card in that thing and just
Yeah.
FaceTime yourself. And like that can be your backup video system. And so
Yeah.
so he was like, okay, like I don't care what the backup video system is, that works for me. He was willing to throw like $5,000 at this build. I was like,
Wow.
oh yeah.
Wait,
We'll
you
do.
said a
Did
rig? What type of rig? What type of rig are you talking about?
So yep, I built a low C double XL DBXL. Yeah, yeah.
Huge, huge
One of
rig.
those. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This monstrous thing, right?
Wow.
And he wanted the ability to drop off a package with it, but he wanted the
Mm.
package to be uh like a cart behind him. And
Sure.
as the build went on, he was just throwing more and more money my way. So I was like, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. And then it got to the point where I was like, man, I should stop building this for you. I don't know what you're gonna do with it, but like I'm all done. I'm all done, man. And he was like, "Oh, it's supposed to be something I'm R&Ding, and I'm just
Mm,
paying you to do it, and I'm gonna go try to shop it around." And
mm,
Mm,
yeah,
mm.
whatever.
I mean that's cool. I know there's a lot of people doing some cool projects around, delivery and stuff like that. Whether it's on the robots or now drone is becoming, popular means of delivery, which is pretty
Yeah.
cool. Um,
The drone thing's a little funny to me still. I don't,
mm,
I'm in a really tech area. I'm in Seattle,
mhm.
and they believe in this drone delivery, but we have like 2.5 months of drone flying season a
oh,
year. So
true.
I don't know how you could build the
Um,
infrastructure for drone
mhm.
delivery and then cover the entire cost of it with 2 months of delivery time, or three
you,
months if you count all of
you
summer.
you know what I see it
Yeah.
for? It's not like your Amazon like shopping, whatever, but like where I'm at, we got lots of little islands around. And sometimes people like need medication in a pinch or whatever, you know, small, light, high value stuff needed
Sure.
timely way,
Yep.
you
Yep.
know, so that sort of thing. Like, so there's, I think when you think of the right sort of thing to be delivered, then it makes a bit more sense. But yeah, for general delivery of like goods, I can't see how I'd want a drone like coming to deliver RC parts or whatever for me.
Yeah.
It's the system's working pretty good with the guy in the van, you know.
Yeah.
True. Hey, let's keep the intros going. Who's next?
JP.
Okay, I'll go next. I volunteer. Yeah, I got into RC as a kid, so I got a Hornet clone when I was about 9 years old, and then had a nitro buggy, a little four-wheel drive buggy, and I used that for a few years. But then I grew up a bit and started doing other stuff. So I got out of the hobby till I was about 35 or so, and I came back around to RC planes. And like, yeah, we had a hobby shop, you know, a few minutes walk from my work, and I just started pestering those guys like all the time. And I started building a bunch of like flight test. If you're familiar with flight test,
Heck yeah.
I built a bunch of their aircraft and started flying those, and I did that for. I started, you know, they would show FPV videos and stuff. It's like, oh, that's super cool. Like, you know, one day I want to try that side of it. But at some point in time, the drone regulations changed in Canada, and basically all my planes were like overweight and illegal to fly. So, and I was flying for work as well. I fly drones at work, so I just wanted to keep it clean. So I started doing other stuff. I got into photography and whatever. And then a buddy of mine started telling me he ordered a RC tank off the internet, and he got scammed big time. But it got me uh, my mind swirling on this idea. So I got one of these hang along tanks. And I just started doing everything with it. I drove the little tracks off that thing, and yeah, eventually I came back around to wanting to FPV this stuff, and I wanted to drive off road, so I just started screwing around with these gimbals, and yeah, so I don't know. That was like 4 years ago, but yeah, so I started building these little guys and
That's how I
mounting
found
them
out
up
about
on the
JP.
cars. Was
Yeah.
that?
That's how I found out about you
Oh
was
yeah,
your gimbal how-to videos. Yep.
yeah. That's when I started making some noise. I was like, oh my God, because I researched, you know, I was like, I think there's some legs on this whole idea. And I was having success. It was hard to translate that to, you know, I was desperate to get someone else to have a win with it too. So
I was your guy.
yeah, Matt did real good.
I was your guy, man.
You did real good.
I studied the
Yeah,
hell out of you. I talked to Ollie in Germany, who wrote the coordination software for this open source hardware.
yeah. The more I know about it, the more I realize that some of my early success wasn't just like total luck, but it was like a shitload of determination for sure. And uh, yeah, and a bit of luck. But now I think I can make them work. Like, you know, I'm much more successful at getting these things running. I've learned a few things over the years, but it's, you know, the learning curve is so steep on these, trying to make these Storm 32 gimbals work for FPV size cameras. It's pretty nutty, but yeah, it was like sheer determination, and we're still going. I'm getting parts laser cut now, and I've got the Mojave frame that people can pretty much just download and order off of SendCut Send. So I'm happy to, you know, I still like the idea of helping more people do it because I think it's so fun. And I think it's like there's just a huge amount of potential in the hobby. I think it's probably
Anthony, let me describe
open a new
what JP's
just
done.
gimbals, but like FPV there altogether, you know. So
Can I just say, I think you've got this down to $200 for hardware stabilized camera feeds. That's super durable and
yeah,
manageable. I mean, like
yeah,
not
200 bucks
my
for sure for the gimbal. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
good stuff.
that is pretty awesome, man. One of the things I ran into was the stability of the video frame because I rode in the backyard and there's a lot of bumps, and I saw some videos, but I didn't see JP your video, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look it up
Oh yeah,
after
you'll
this
find
call
them.
just to yeah, I have to. I don't know what is
Jipper one.
Chipper
I
one.
rebranded at one point. It was Jipper RC, but then it was like Jipper one.
I'll go next.
Yeah,
Chad,
that.
unless you want to jump in.
Oh, go for it, Matt.
Um, Gotten into this hobby by
These two.
um, yeah, my love for those, the connections when I was like 12 and 13. But best I could do is like do some trading, at home in the small town in order to get like a single RC car.
Mm.
And yeah, put it down soon thereafter for girls and actual cars I could drive and working at the pizza parlor to afford this stuff. So mental health awareness week came around and I'm a big supporter. So my therapist said, like, do something fun for yourself. And this is what I thought of back then that I enjoyed. So I started pursuing it, and soon thereafter, because I'm just another nerd, found you, JP, who was like being serious about it. I read you were in RC groups, was like you were doing something different. You were doing an airplane application on a ground unit, and you were telling your whole story. So I'm like, dude, I'm gonna
Yeah.
copy this guy every move. That was so much fun. That was the thing I pulled out here. Since then, got a few nice builds, and I like to race around with it. So that's my story.
You and then do these steps.
Nice, nice. Okay, I'll run mine real quick. I got my first RC car when I was like 9 or somewhere around there. It was the some Radio Shack thing that ran on AA batteries, and I thought it was so cool, but didn't do anything with it for so long. My dad always wanted to do planes and stuff, and he talked about it forever. And I didn't get back into RC until I had gotten sick in my 20s, in my early 20s. And I just ran into some hobby shop, and they were tired of listening to me talk. And some guy put this little like $30 drone on the table and was like, "Here, this is what you want. Buy this and get the hell out of my shop." And I was like, "All right." And it's this tiny little drone, and I took it home and I flew it for like I don't know, just constantly charged it back up and flew it, charged it and flew it, and then man, it spiraled from there. I found out about FPV, I think from flight test too. I had some other drone stuff like in between there. I had bought some Parrot AR drone and I modified it and everything. But no, it really did spiral from there. I ended up becoming a professional FPV racing pilot, and I went all over the country, and I was a captain
Yeah,
of
you're
a
really good
racing
at
team.
flying.
What's that?
You're really good at flying,
Yeah,
right?
thank you, thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
I didn't know.
Yeah,
yeah, for real.
yeah.
Well, I don't follow drone stuff that much, but
Yeah,
that's wild, dude.
yeah.
That's
That's
awesome.
kind of where it all went as far as the drone thing went, and then I thought that I was gonna go race on TV with the DRL guys, the DRL Drone Racing League. And honestly, anybody that had success as a professional drone racer just moved to flying for cinematic use,
Mm.
right? Like you just go fly for Hollywood. You're not gonna make money here. You have a name, they will hire you. And everybody pretty much did that. And I ended up just doing like real estate fly throughs during COVID. So I'd fly my drone through a house and do like a virtual tour. And that did good enough for me. And then that's kind of around the time me and my wife got serious about buying a house. And we got this house right by an airport, and I can't fly by the
Yeah.
airport. So I just I had wanted to do an FPV RC car for a super long time, and I had done them in the past. Like I had gotten bored in hotels and stuff, and stuck this tiny little drone on top of a car, just taped it on and drove it around, and it was cool, right? But it kind of sucked. The range was terrible. It was bumpy, but if you're on like a carpeted like floor in a hotel, like it's actually pretty smooth. So it was all right. So that's kind of what set it for me. I didn't really get into the gimbals until I found JP's videos, but I started putting the DJI video system on RC cars, and I found that I could get the long range drone link Crossfire, working on a remote with a PPM output. Just it PPM Crossfire just is compatible with it, and I found a remote that could do it. And that was one of the first videos that kind of like pushed my channel towards doing the technical side of that. And I wanted to show it off. And then after I built something really cool, I let it loose on YouTube, and now I've seen like I don't know how many people I've seen copy some of my builds and stuff, but like there's a lot. There's a lot. I see the
Yeah.
double axis antennas in the back of a whole bunch of like that kid on TikTok that delivers like fish food and random stuff. I don't know what he does too, but that guy's got millions and millions of views, probably dozens of millions of views. And I've seen his cars, and they look good.
Hmm. Yeah, man.
And then the whole developing the O3 armor so that people could just
Mm.
plug and play a DJI system, that kind of came actually about a year and a half ago now is when I first started it. So that's been doing super good.
Oh, is it awesome?
Nice.
Yeah, I think
I
I'm in like 5 different stores now.
Nice.
Mhm.
I have an example of that right here, right here.
Right on.
Anthony,
Hey,
this is
Another
Chad's
happy
hardware.
customer.
I can't see. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
it plugs right in, and so it really helps my system out. Here are the two antennas. I must say,
double.
Chad, during your cycle of videos over the years, I followed you, I saw you, I copied you. I'm one of those guys too, man.
Hell
And you
yeah.
had incredible penetration, and it was because of your incredible knowledge and build up to what you did. I mean,
Thanks, man.
hack jobs driving cars around with cameras on 'em, like you had 10 times the penetration 5 years ago that we're dealing
Mm.
with on a normal basis for most of us.
Yeah, and that was a big thing is I really thought the way forward was analog and 1.3 gigahertz. But the issue was there's so much noise. There's such a high noise floor of that in my area that 1.3 gigahertz is totally useless. So my only option for playing with any of the toys that I had was to move to digital and do it on an RC car. So that's what happened.
Hmm. Well done,
I
indeed.
find the range aspect to be more and more interesting piece of the puzzle all the time, and I see now how much more it opens up, like in terms of courses and things I can run, or areas I can run it that are available to me. It's yeah, it's really fascinating. It's just an interesting part of the game, trying to get the driver position, get the car set up well, and see if you can make the distance. Is yeah, it's a pretty captivating challenge for sure.
D- Do you guys, when you do FPV or cars, do you use the goggles or do you just use the screen? Because I know you can do like both. I'm just wondering how to
I'm goggles only. I've
goggles
never
on.
touched this. I mean, I will put it on a screen to show other people, but
Hmm.
I don't have fun like poking around at like 15 miles an hour. I want to do 40. I don't want to go
Hmm.
15 ever. So like so if I'm not wearing the goggles, like there's a little bit of latency doing the digital output to a screen in on the hardware that I use.
Hmm.
Um, and since that has the best range, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use that hardware, and it's basically only compatible with goggles.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah,
No,
my
that
DJI
makes sense.
system's only compatible with goggles. I do occasionally plug my analog set into the TV, and uh, that's pretty fun too. Like I was ripping around the house the other day, and honestly, when I had the kids driving, like I had a car set up that we could drive inside, and I found it easier to set that up with the screen, because then I could just hand the controller to the kids, not worry about all the gubbins on their
Yeah.
head and getting the fit right, and we just would play it through the screen. And I took the last turn on that one, and at the end of it, the battery's dead, whatever. I was like, oh, I didn't realize how focused in I'd become. Actually, the immersion was feeling really pretty good on the TV, just because I was focused on it so intently. But
Yeah, for beginners, that is a thing. Like screen is far superior for somebody who hasn't put goggles on before. Like I can't get my daughter or any kid for that matter to actually want to put goggles on. They want to watch it, or they'll look at a screen for a little bit, but they hate putting the goggles on and trying to drive.
Yeah, the goggles give my kids like the spin outs and headaches. They don't want to do it.
well,
Yeah. Yeah.
mine will
But
put them on no problem. They've used them a fair bit, but yeah, I could totally see how that's a thing.
I got the same answer though, Anthony. I built I built this thing for racing. I mean, like I'm hitting laps hard with my goggles on. That's the plan here.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. I've done both. I bought like the walk snail system, which also has like the gimbal built in,
Good.
and I mounted that on the car, and I had a lot of fun with that. Um, I just took it off to test out the over the internet thing because I haven't figured out yet if or how it would be possible to actually do like the goggles over the internet. I'm not sure if that's even possible with the technology yet, but it would
Yeah.
be interesting because that was like my first direction. I was like, oh, I have the goggles. Let me just try to work with it. And I abandoned it temporarily. But if it's possible, I think that would be an awesome experience.
There are
Have
goggles that will
people
work with the HDMI input, but I don't think the Walksnail goggles are those goggles. So if you have an HDMI output, like if you're doing video over, whatever it is, whatever system you're using, what is it, Open IPC
open
or
IPC? Yeah.
yeah, you can definitely go to goggles. You just need compatible goggles, and you might need some HDMI converter or something, but. Yep,
Yeah,
totally
I'll
doable.
look into that. That
Hey
would be
guys,
awesome.
we are wrapping up quickly out of time. My
Yep.
free 40-minute account is at the end of our time slot. This has been so much fun, and I wanted to say thank you all for showing up.
Yeah, for sure, man. This was a good quick one for sure. And Anthony, it's cool to talk with you. I just pulled up RC Realm, and
Mhm.
yeah, man, I'd like to see more from whatever you're doing, dude. Looks cool.
Yeah, I posted some stuff in a Reddit channel, and there was a lot of interest because I noticed that both you and JP had posted like YouTube videos about how things are done, and I've gotten so many requests with regards to doing something similar with this, just to share it, and maybe somebody else can do it.
Yep.
So I actually be interested in, maybe picking you guys' brain and try to learn from you because I never created a YouTube video. Um,
Yeah,
so
anytime.
yeah, that would be great. And also, can you just post both of you guys' YouTube channel because I want to check it out and learn.
For sure. I'm on my phone, but I'll send it to you later, or I'll send it to Matt or Matt.
Yeah, 100%. We'll get
Oh yeah.
connected.
Okay.
Okay,
We're
all right,
connected.
sounds
Sure.
good.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah, right on. Before we get kicked off, thanks guys for talking too. I'll go ahead and peace out really quick because I'm sure we probably got like a minute and a half left or something like that.
Yeah.
But I got just enough time to go put daughter to bed. So thanks, guys.
Mm,
Right on.
All
Good to
right,
chat
see
with
Thank
you.
you,
you.
Chad. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Recognize the family values. That's a big part of this whole thing too.
Yeah. Yeah,
awesome.
that's
So also
my
say
that's
goodnight.
my next job.
Yeah.
But yeah, really good chatting with you, Matt. Anthony, nice to meet you for sure, and we'll be in touch.
Yeah.
Happy
Be
to
well.
chat about
Okay,
any of this stuff and all this stuff. So
Thanks for
all
staying
right,
up late,
awesome.
Anthony.
Yeah, of course. This was fun. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Night, buddy.
Have a